This is the Madden Championship Series on EA Sports. As we join you from USAA Stadium. USAA, proud to serve the military community and their families. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defense. It feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. Stroud to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it, so we're able to move forward.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal. To the air, it's Vick. Forced to his right. Now he'll run it, and he's into the end zone. What a start. Touchdown. Point after try, forthcoming. He's got it. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead.
Our home team 7, visitors nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Open man, that's Romo Dunze. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Rams 1st down.
Here we go.
Handoff here, up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. He gets free. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
This fielded at about the 9. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
All right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. Throw here's down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. It's second down.
All right.
Now, Stroud. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
It's third and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
On fourth down, Stroud. He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down. Rams.
So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. 14-0 is our score. Back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Here comes third and 6. To throw, it's Stroud. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
So it's third down, and it just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the punt team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. will start on the ground. And this is going to be a Rams first down. As he gets this one, he's past the 30.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. 2nd and a yard. Here's a run going left. And we'll bring this up to the 48-yard line. And that's a first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, L.A. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll go play action with Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout for Rams. That's number 2. Talk things over before 3rd down.
South. Oh, right. 118.
Here's Stroud. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's going to be incomplete. They've
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Steve Young. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly...
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? Oh, wait a minute. They declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to stand.
The only thing I can think... Someone is mad at their own defense, and they're trying to teach them a really, really crazy lesson.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now Thomas. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down, Rams.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 18.
This is Thomas. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the big fella. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Chiefs 6, Rams nothing. Set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They run with Thomas. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On the quick, right? 19.
Throwing now is Stroud. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. That's the former Washington great Sean Taylor. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 13, Rams nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 3rd down, Thomas. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Rams are back within a score.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He gets this to Hampton.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Steve Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Young off the bootleg. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Young and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it. In motion, the tight end. 4th down, Young. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the
touchdown. Devontae Adams from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And Young's going to throw for this. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 off their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time in the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Second and 9.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw it.
Going up top. And he knocks Gets the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's your former teammate, Charles, the great Reggie White, who gets in to record the sack. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up the deficit.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. 18, that's it.
Up the middle they go. Thomas. And muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now
a handoff up the middle. It's Thomas. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Thomas. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the call's made by Sean McVay, and they're going to go for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, They know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throwing, Young. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. 3rd and 20. Young slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Thomas. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throws quickly. He's got George Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Thomas. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Play action. Stroud now. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. George Kittle from 6 yards away. And the Rams are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now the try here for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. But that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's 2nd down.
All right.
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays.
At the 25-yard line.
Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Young here to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. That is intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Stroud. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Connects with Kittle underneath. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. Here comes 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth, and Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field when you were a player. What are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Here's Thomas on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
46-yard.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To get a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback. The receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Right up the gut. They get there to take him down right around the 41. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To the left side and wheeled in by Kittle. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Oh, ready.
From the red zone now. Dumps it off to his running back. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. He's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Stroud now on 4th down. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
There's a dive up the middle. And They don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and they're going to have a first down now.
Gain of 11 on the play. Results in a first down.
Stroud off the play fake. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Not much space available there, maybe two. That brings up third down.
Shazier. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter two. They have it 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on third. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first. Fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll run here on first down. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's second down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. Galloping inside the 40. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Stroud to throw on first down. This one to Williams out left side. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Now, Brock, still awaiting our first points of this game, and we've arrived at our 2-minute warning. More from Caesar's Superdome in just a moment. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Gets it again. And he's in this time. Touchdown. These guys get some late points and the lead. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo move?
Yeah. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
Good work so far. He's got room. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he is gone. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it. Wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. And he stopped on the run back at the 27. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now it's Stroud. Gets it to him on the screen. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36.
Hand off on 2nd and short. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Stroud now on 3rd. Got a man. Bailey has it. And Nice tackle with the first down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup results in a first down.
Rolling back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. First and 10 now from the 46.
Result is a first down.
Another carry for him. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Over. 19. That's it.
From the gun, Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Throwing on third down, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. George Kittle, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th and long. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. First down throw by Stroud. Short pass brought in. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now.
On the quick, right?
Shotgun now for Stroud. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That's grabbed inside the 30. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
18. What's that? Uno. 11.
Stroud throwing here on first. He's got it. It's in close. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
No.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're up and running once again. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. We'll go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Back play straight ahead. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7. The last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They give it to him again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So right, that means third down coming up.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Here's Stroud now. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they did an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Back to the air they go on second. Stroud finds him over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to the well again. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs. On first down, they'll run. That's a nice lane there. That's good for 6 yards.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. That throw finds Kittle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set now. First and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up second down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Taken in by Williams outright. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Setting up the screen. He needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop was made in time. That brings up fourth down.
A gain of 7.
But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the fourth. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Tracking for it, and it's good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, to get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Thomas on the return. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
For the life of me, I will never understand why you give that returner another shot after he already took one to the house. You could feel it. He's brimming with confidence. He wants you to kick the ball to him. And he nearly took a second one to the house again. He now sets his team up with great field position.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
At the 30-yard line. Give
now to the running back. And This is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
18-yard line.
All right.
Working inside the red zone. And he's got it. That's a layup for a quick touchdown. The Rams take a fourth-quarter lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
All right. 19.
Stroud. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. And the Rams will take over at the opposing 33-yard line.
Intercepted. The Rams take over first and 10 at the 30.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end block. It's 3rd down.
Antoine Whitfield on the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
I'll try and pick this up on the ground. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the first for moving the chains that time. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. And they got there inside. He's taken down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof was a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this 2nd half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
This one's not looking good, and it won't be. Short and too far left. And their lead will remain unchanged in the 4th. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Obviously, Kate, that miss would have made it a touchdown game. But think of it this way, it's still a touchdown game. But instead of it forcing overtime, now it's going to give him a loss.
He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. On the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Rams make the play that should win them this game.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Here we go.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's set up to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but It's still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey, team.
Back to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it inside the 10. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. Clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams drive their lead to 11. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd down, looking for options. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Brock working against him here as they hurry to that line.
A loss of 12 yards. And it's
Throwing now. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this 4th down.
All right.
Desperation time here. Trying to push deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. All right, Brock. 2 words for you as we wrap this one up. Mission accomplished. It's what you set out to do every week. Win the football game. And the guys did just that.
Yeah, and I think it was about confidence today, right? It's one thing to think you can go get the job done. It's another thing to say you're going to get the job done. But when you actually have the experience of getting the job done, it just instills a ton of confidence for your team and in the building.
That's it for all of us. On behalf of our crew and my partner, Brock Ewart, I'm Kate Scott. This has been another edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from New Orleans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee Wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offensive-defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run games. I think we're going to see play-action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Just a little slow developing on that screen play there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's going to take a shot down the field. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. And that will hit and go out of bounds just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Again, it's Harvey. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. The man in motion is Watson. A run once more, that's Harvey. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 3rd down, and it is a run by Harvey. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. And that one not going to get there. And it's wide to the left as well. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game. His drive will start on the ground. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 7-yard line.
First and goal.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in Vegas after this. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. To throw is Stroud. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal. Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on fourth and goal. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. A short pass taken in by Gronk. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He keeps it himself. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
On second down, it's Nix. Flushed to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Back to throw is Nix. Moving to his right. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
A loss of 2 yards.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. Nix gonna throw for it. That's gonna be caught. And this is gonna satisfy in a big way. Going for it on their own side of the field, but they turn it over on downs. Up the middle they go. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Is up to make the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8.
39-yard line.
Let the hot, let the hot. Here we go.
They'll stick with him again. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up third down.
And it's third down.
19 seconds. 18.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Rams first down, it would appear. Yes, he does. By a full yard. They pick it up on 4th and 2.
Sometimes it's just the obvious decision that's the correct one. I mean, the offensive line and their ability to win at the point of attack, all you need is one guy to displace the defender and just move him, and that's exactly where the play is designed to go. So you earn the trust to keep the ball on the ground, and he's got to have moments, and they come through.
Rams use their third and final timeout, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime.
A gain of 15. First down, Rams.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in covering, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
To 2nd and 10.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
Stroud. They'll set the screen out wide to Johnson.
Stroud's pass.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun here on 3rd down. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Vegas.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Whoa. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
They're on 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
All right. 18.
Stroud going to set up to throw. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. One final throw before the break. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. On the return, it's Robinson. And And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. He'll throw. It's Nix. That's caught by the great tight end and broadcaster, Greg Olsen. From 31, here is 2nd and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
Toss, right side, that's Harvey. And this is going to be a Raiders first down. He'll get this one past the 40-yard line.
10 yards. And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Handoff now for Harvey. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. Loose inside the 30. And he will go all the way. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Raiders. What a pretty touchdown that was. Nothing looks nicer than a well-set-up screen, and that was executed to perfection.
Mike, the key to any successful screenplay is the timing between the offensive lineman getting out and where the running back is when he catches it. You'll see it here played out perfectly. He gets the escorts out in front of him, gets the key blocks he needs, all the way down for 6.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders move out on top, 14-0. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
All right.
Now Stroud. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Number 34 on the carry. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On play action, Stroud. That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play.
So, 3 quarters now in the books.
At the
This
26-yard line.
is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We'll go play action with Nix. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for Vegas. 41 yards.
First down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
On the give, it's Harvey. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Vegas.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks.
On first down, they'll stick with Harvey. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
At least I was saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years, and our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And he starts us off with a 5-yard pickup. 2nd down coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Reeled in by George Kittle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Back-to-back carries here. And they shove him out before he can get upfield. 3rd down coming up.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seeing him get beat there, forced to take it out of bounds near the line, well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. Stroud gonna go for it. He's gonna push one deep into a crowd and intercepted. And the Giants are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. 5 men in the secondary for the Saints. 3rd down. Hill to throw. His first throw is an interception. And the Saints get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time. this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge hit in return for that defense.
He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
After such a magnificent run, quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Watters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. And I get in the huddle. Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball. You pay off a running back after such a tremendous effort.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Another carry for him. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6.
18.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. It's going to bring up third down.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
They're headed up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Saints get the game's first points here in the second. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. That's incomplete left side.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand-to-hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He dropped it. Oh, that should have been intercepted. Brock, he had it. Couldn't bring it in, though. That does bring up fourth down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45.
A gain of 21 yards.
Working now from the gun.
New York.
Taking a deep shot here. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 19.
In the red zone on first. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And they're going to be set up, Brock, with first and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Here's Hill now. Caught just shy of the goal line. And zone. Touchdown, New York. The Giants earn the chance to tie before halftime. Ryan Dable has the offense out there. They're trying for two. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he gets in. The two-point try puts them in front by one. 8-7.
Saints 7.
They come up with a touchdown of their own, and then, I love this, a little run.